sometimes you actually gotta get physical too. You actually gotta physically fight against fascists, which that's what New York City Against Trump is about, in the sense that we want to fight fascists, not just fist to fist, which is needed, but you also fight them ideologically. Cause we like to encourage students and youth to get involved in your community as much as you can, because like students and youth, we play a huge role in society, where we are the ones that create the foundation of change. Like, yo, we're the new faces are gonna be. Like when they say that, yo, we're the future, yo, we really are the future, and we're not only the future, we're also the present.
La porquería, la migra, la policía, la misma porquería.
It's in our flyers. We're having noise rights training against La Migra and also NYPD. There's been a lot of attacks that we've been having in our communities lately. I'm part of New York City Against Trump.
Actually moved to Harlem most of my life. Kind of formed my my way of thinking as well. It was a tough neighborhood. Like it was a real bad neighborhood, Polo Grounds Towers. And it was bad in the sense because it was a lot of violence, in the sense that like so-called police were supposed to help out and serve our communities, which they weren't doing shit really. And like there was a lot of drugs coming in the community. And I was one of those kids that wasn't really into like school. I think I was a lazy dude. I think I was really lazy. I didn't feel like I seen myself already that I'm not gonna make it in life because of like people around me are in the same position. So I feel like my life was already decided. My fate was already decided because people like myself don't make it in society. May not even survive at I didn't think I'll be able to survive as it is right now. Like I'm about to turn 25, and sometimes still do have those thoughts. I was kind of in a dark time since the past organization that I was part of and that split it up. I was going through some heavy depression, I would say, where it kind of stagnated me wanting to organize again. Queens is the area that we've been most active in, and we want to build locally. We don't want to just go around different places, show our faces, and have a mobilization there, have a mobilization there, have a mobilization there, and they're like, yes, we accomplished what we wanted to do. It's not all about just mobilizations. You really gotta bring people to get involved. You gotta bring people involved to organize, and organize militantly, and organize in a way where you want to fight for self-determination. One of the actually main things we're actually trying to focus on at the very moment right now is we're doing a know your rights training and know your enemy training, and understanding what is your rights in the era of Trump. So specifically focusing on undocumented workers, undocumented people who are targeted by ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, as well as target of the NYPD. So what happens if ICE now knocks on your door, or NYPD knocks on your door? What is the shit that you should be doing? So what we want to do is also build a rapid response network around Queens. And this rapid response network in Queens is imagine La Migra knocks on your door, and you pull out a card from your hand because you remember some activist gave you a card in their hand with a number that says some shit like this pops up. Then you call this number right away, and they will help you out with things that you should do. And not only that, but they also go that number, when you text them or you call them, is going to eventually go to other people, a bunch of other people in the community, to end up coming into the centralized place and actually try to help out and bring the person securely out of here right away. So us as a little group, we cannot be able to do that. We need to be able to expand in a level where all the folks are doing the same thing. To be able to, we need to build power. We need to build organs of powers. To do any type of work like this, you gotta have love for the people. You gotta be patient. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the most patient person. I'm still learning myself. I have a lot to learn. But I think knowing at the time the crisis like this happened when Trump got elected, and knowing my family and the people that I care about, the people I work with, do my work, and seeing yo, they could be harmed. And
Police destroy families! NYPD ICE! Police destroy families! NYPD ICE! Police destroy.
Revolution, right? Revolution is not a dinner party, right? People need to understand that. It's not a dinner party. It's a necessity that happens in the sense it's a phenomenon that happens, and it happens as a natural thing. People get fed up. I think activism is a step, and and to be involved in class struggle and involved in like trying to build a better society and fight for that better society, and not just for yourself, because like honestly I don't think I'm gonna be alive for that better society, but there are people later on. There's people in the past who have fought for our societies to be better, like for us to go to school, be able to go to a CUNY. People have fought for that. And I think it's our time, like as activists, we need to also evolve from just being activists. We need to be able to be revolutionaries, and we need to understand like why it's necessary to fight and why it's so important. Huey Newton said this quote. Also, Huey Newton was he was part of the Black Panthers. He said something like, "Why is it like what drives like people to get involved? It's not necessarily hate, right? It's actually love. It's actually love for the people." I think that's actually it's a huge thing. Actually, I've been like thinking about more about it, and like when I do my work, that you gotta have love for the people, and you gotta believe in the people. Like you gotta believe like they can make shit happen. You need to be reliable.
A la lucha, únete, únete, únete. A la lucha, únete. La migra, la policía, la misma porquería. La migra, no, but I want to be la misma porquería. La migra, la policía, la misma porquería.